Okay, we're back here again. Blah, blah, blah. Blah. And I'm gonna try... ask her another question. Let's see what we got. Did you love me? I'm gonna try that one. Very end. So you are dead. Even though she was, yeah, we've already had this conversation. And I'm leaving because we've already done this. Nearly. Oh. What? Hello. Seriously, why could I never remember her name? Whoa, who are you killing now? Yourself? The fuck? Also, I guess we did leave what's his name alive. What is going on? We just destroyed Rue's sword. That's an excellent question. Whoever... Chloe, that's her name. Okay. Yes, what? He gave it cause for remorse? How little you understand. The Phantom Slasher killed his mother? I don't know. Feel free to tell me something. Okay. What was his name? It's... There's so many plot threads and so few of them have been resolved. Hey, Drew. What? You absorbed his aura. But... strange. And this is the creation of the Phantom Slasher? Perhaps. Perhaps not. His aura was too strong for you, but why? Waiting for this moment. Where are you? And who was he before that? Oh yes, I think he's the mimic. Made that name up. That's an odd way to phrase that question. If it's over, then you don't need to say wait. Not for me. Where are you going? We never found the Pontifex Maximus. What have we really learned? Like... Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, I think that has been true for a long time. Nothing... It's not true. I don't think you ever discussed that, but okay. What are you going to do now? And what is that? Something just went by there. Okay. So are you going to be with Chloe now? Is that what this is? I'm thinking that's what this is. Right, here's another version of the credits. I think we can probably skip over it. I don't think it was different last time. Nope. She's checking the bodies. So it's pretty clear to me that Rue's got to be absorbing auras. That I don't understand how Rue ended up in that place with Lexus again, since she is dead. The only thing I can think is that he went off into his own head. Or his own soul, wherever she is. Oh, I guess it was fairly short anyway. Alright. Well, let's see where this one goes, and then that's all I know to do with the way. There's like one line I can change with the Lexus conversation. But other than that, I would really like to go back through this series and make notes and see if I can work out anything more. It's pretty clear that the Phantom Slasher is part of Rue, somehow. Our Rue. And it had something to do with that sword. Furthermore, Rue was... Hey, now that's different. What am I... What? Yeah, I'm sure it is. I wonder if Rue has just been repeatedly assuming the identities of any strong aura that he kills. Yeah, I don't know why I'm saving another slot again. Regardless, as far as I know, I'm done here. I'd like to go through and see if I can sort a few more things out. And if I do, there will be another video, but I don't expect it anytime soon. And it may never come. If I can find any more endings, those will definitely be posted. And I will probably be showing off the final tier of sword aura stuff, because apparently I never got to that. And maybe some companion-based stuff, because I think maybe there's some higher... Hey, we're missing a sword for Midian. I wonder where that happened. We're also missing 2 blade arts. I don't know where those could have been either. I almost think those got lost somewhere along the way, like we couldn't get them, period. Regardless, for now, thanks for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed the ride. Bye. Hey there, so, I think I worked out another piece of information here. There was the first headhunter who was looking for Drew. And when we said we hadn't found him, for some reason we ended up in a fight with him, but, then we ended up with that second headhunter who told us that our name was Midian and that we were hunting for Drew. Now, Rue took on Drew's quest for Serena. Before that, he was known as Midian, according to that headhunter he talked to. And he really wanted to kill Drew, just like Midian did. So, essentially, what Rue has been doing, perhaps for a long time, is subsuming the purpose of someone with a strong aura or strong purpose to their aura, and following it until it's complete, and then absorbing another aura, which sends him on another quest. And this might be that Rue may very well be the one that learned how to not go completely mad and kill himself, but he didn't. He was also not able to retain his original identity, which was possibly Kura of the Kava and Kura story. I was also thinking that it would be pretty terrible to continue living your life as someone else, but then I realized something. He didn't really assume, like, he didn't become Drew. He took Drew's quest, but when he played the part of Kura in the Kava and Kura show, he was very convincing. As Ellen said, just be yourself on a bad day. So he may not have his memories, but he was still the same person, I think. If I work anything else out, I'll, you'll get an update. But, yeah. Anyway, see ya. So, we have a lot to cover here. I pieced most, maybe all of this together from the Crestfallen Studio forums. I'll link them at the bottom so you can do your own investigations of what ideas people have for the story. Unfortunately, we don't have a complete story. No one other than the creator does, but here's what I can give you. Keep in mind that a lot of this is based on hypotheses and speculation, but these are what I think are the most likely. Let's start with Rue's sword. It is the shadow sword known as Phantom Slasher, by no coincidence. I'll go into that more later. In Dreamastrana, as they call it on the forums, it is inside a protagonist's head, or perhaps a soul. In any case, many of the people there are people we know our protagonist is killed. By the way, I'm reading this, so I wrote it out earlier. Anyway, also, this is post-commentary. Anyway, more precisely, people his sword has killed or been near when they died are in Dream Astrana. Slade may have been there because the sword siphoned some of his aura when he was inside him, or when it was inside him, I'm not sure. I don't remember this, but apparently Alan was with Sacrifo when the Phantom Slasher showed up, and this is also why I didn't get Sorya, because Rue liked her too much to kill her. That's why 7 likey points for her keeps her from showing up in the final chapter, because she isn't dead. That red-haired woman who knew so much about the Shadow Swords is probably Trazian's mother. The man she knew who learned how to not be consumed by his sword was Trazian's father, Kalmar. So let's talk about Shadow Swords and Illuminati. You'll remember that fellow who didn't know his name said the Illuminati no longer existed as they once did. Essentially, he was telling us something I completely missed. The Illuminati became the Shadow Swords after the fight with the Lord Below, with one exception, because that sword wasn't there. As far as I can tell, our protagonist is one of 3 things. A bloodlin who wielded an Illuminati known as Arctura in the fight with the Lord Below. But in that case, why did he not have his soul eaten away until he committed suicide like all the others? Or he was Venge, the son of the Lord Below, who scarred him for some unknown reason and somehow ended up with the Illuminati/Shadow Sword. Or he is both. The Bloodlin killed Venge, and Venge's soul was absorbed into the sword, and when it became a Shadow Sword, Venge's soul became dominant. All these possibilities present unanswered questions about Venge being the one who scarred the Lord Below. It is quite probable that our protagonist is the Mimic mentioned in some of the lore. Or, I think in one place. Anyway, I also wonder who that fellow that didn't know his name was. He could be related somehow. Perhaps he is even the soul of the original Bloodlin that wielded the Illuminati, but then he ought to look like the protagonist, I would think. We fight Arctura at the end, which, as I mentioned before, is one of the Illuminati swords, presumably one that became the Phantom Slasher. The Phantom Slasher seems to have some sort of... I lost my train there. So some perverted sense of justice, killing people that it deems evil. I'm still not entirely sure whether... Like, maybe that wasn't planned in the first episode, and that's why some people that seemed completely innocent died anyway. I'm not sure. Anyway, the sword Trazian uses on his father is known as Ghost Reaper. Regardless of its name, it's confirmed to have the same sprite as the sword we see at the end. Also, if we drop below, and it was actually, I think it's known as Ghost Reaper, but anyway, if we drop below 0 HP and the Phantom Slasher, or to the Phantom Slasher in the plunge, which is pretty much impossible for me to show you because my Rue is way too strong, Rue will not walk off screen when Chloe does when they look at the Ghost Reaper, suggesting that he's going to go take up the Ghost Reaper now and return to what he was doing before. So, anyway, our protagonist was once Kura from that story, and he killed Kava, then he became Kava and murdered the guided camp. Interesting note here, unless he killed Kura and then was driven to kill Kava by Kura, he must have actually been Kura for a while. How or why this might have happened, who knows. Anyway, it seems he has spent a lot of time killing people and then becoming them continuously until he became Midian and then Rue. Gaius is Kalmar's perfect blade of justice or whatever, and is probably wielding the last uncorrupted Illuminati, which is why Rue's sword won't hurt him, I guess. That means he's probably the Harbinger as well. Harbinger is not a word, by the way, I double-checked. There's a lot of things that are simply unanswered, such as what girl Trazian refers to in the Reaches ending, what the Way is, who the hell the Pontifex Maximus Tetzel is, and probably many other things. However, it is possible that I missed something in this that I do know the answer to, or a probable answer to, so ask in the comments, and I will give it my best shot. Otherwise, perhaps you can find something on the forums. In any case, thank you for joining me for this LP, and bye.